Monday's Moment video, in which I'm actually in my local town of Newark, and I'm recording it out here and starting a video out here because I've come into Newark, which is a lovely market town, as you can see, because there are two things. One, you can see in the background there, that's our local Starbucks. So I've spent the last couple of hours doing some work there whilst my car's been in for a service, and I've managed to get so much done in that time. And also, you'll notice there are these colourful umbrellas behind me there that are suspended across the whole of the marketplace. And I wanted to talk about that in today's Monday's Moment video. So I'll be back in the office in a few minutes, so I'll carry on then. Bye for now. Hi everyone, and it's interesting, as I was watching that little bit of video introduction there that I've just started this with, I was reminded that Newark, where I live here in the UK, has very often been voted one of the happiest, friendliest places in England to visit and to be. And hopefully you heard there in that little bit of an introductory video, people laughing, people enjoying themselves, and that generally is what our town, what our marketplace is like. And I just wanted to point that out. So not only was the sun shining and that made people happy, but people were just talking and laughing and having some great conversations and just generally being kind and friendly to each other. But two things that I wanted to cover off in today's Monday's Moment video, and these are two things that I want you to do something with, because I learned two very valuable lessons here. The first one is that in today's struggle to be seen and to be heard, to get out on social media, to stop people in their tracks, we have to be more of a purple cow. And I give full credit to the book by Seth Godin, Purple Cow, for inspiring this. And I've worked with it many times, and Mike Michalowicz's book as well, Get Different, because we have to be different, just like the umbrellas that you saw in the introductory video. As I came out of Starbucks, and I'll talk about that in a moment, but as I came out of Starbucks, the umbrellas just completely stopped me in my tracks. And that's what we have to do. We have to use the colour. We have to use the difference that we can put to our marketing message, our branding, our identity. We need to be more different, more purple, if we're going to stop people in our tracks and we're going to get people to listen to what we're saying. So, I give full credit to the book Purple Cow by Seth Godin there. It's a great book. Read it, listen to it. You should do it. And of course, Mike Michalowicz's book, which is on the shelf behind me over here, Get Different as well. But the other aspect was that I'd got quite a lot on my mind. I'd got quite a few things that I needed to do. I'd got some calls that I needed to make. And it would have been very easy to take my electric vehicle in for its service, get a lift back, and then come home and do things. But one, that would have been a waste of travelling. So I decided to go somewhere. My local Starbucks that you saw there, a great set of local people work there, and it's in a very lovely historic building that you can see on that first video as well. And I decided to just grab a cup of filter coffee, which I didn't realise you get top-ups at our local Starbucks as well, so that was great, and just sit there and use that separate space to gather my thoughts, to give me some direction, to go to my journal here and work through the list of things that I got to do. I got about an hour and a half, 2 hours whilst my vehicle was in for servicing. So I set myself a list of tasks to do, and I got them done. I got everything out of my head that needed to be gotten out of my head. I had no distractions, no incoming phone calls, and I just got things done. And I think it's important for us to realise that we have to find places like that sometimes. Sometimes we have to get away from the office. Sometimes we have to perhaps find somewhere within our office where we can have some very focused time and we can improve our work efficiency, our getting things done efficiency. And that for me was definitely the place to go on that day. Was it noisy around me outside? Yes, it was a marketplace, but it was amazing just to sit there and be focused. The one that's in the middle there, the image, is really important for me because it's doing something that I love. Now, I love the work that I do, and I love the marketplace of Newark. I also love Starbucks coffee. If anybody has listened to my podcast, you'll know that. So why not do more that you love? Why not do more by surrounding yourself in an environment where you love being? Not that's a distraction, but do it in a way that because you love doing it, you actually do better at it. And that's what I learned. So whatever we're doing, whether it's efficiency, whether it's trying to be different and stand out like a purple cow, like the umbrellas that were above. I've got no idea what those umbrellas were there for, but they got me to stop in the marketplace and look up. Whatever you do, make sure that you are loving doing it. Okay? During this week, make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're taking the time to work on your efficiencies, be different, but do it in a way that you're passionate about and you love doing. Because if we are going to scale and thrive during the last 6 months or so of the year of 2023, and we're going to reach those new highs, then we've got to make sure that we're being more efficient, we're being different, and that we're loving what we do. If we're doing it reluctantly and begrudgingly, then it's not going to work. So 3 very important things to take away, but 2 very valuable lessons of working efficiently and being different. That's what I want you to take away from this video that I'm recording into social media now. And of course, I've got a podcast. I've still got some guest slots there that I'm looking to find guests for my Business Success and Coffee podcast. So please message me if you're interested in that. I've also got a couple of Facebook groups. So wherever you're watching this video now, I have a couple of Facebook groups where I put stuff like this in on a regular basis, and you can talk to people in your peers. You can have that focus, you can get those tips, and we try and make it a happy place to be as well. If you're a coach, you can look at the link now, coachsuccessgroup.com, and that will take you to the coaches Facebook group. And if you want to be in the business group, then just message me, or if you want to be on a podcast, just let me know as well. Just message me directly and we can have a talk about that. I hope that this week's video is giving you something a little bit different to think about, and as always, I look forward to having you with me on the next video. Bye for now.